just adjust here. Okay, I need to figure out this mic situation because every time I wear a shirt like this, it's not easy. All right, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Welcome back to day 22 of the 30-day split challenge. I'm so grateful and excited that you're here. So proud of you for showing up for yourself. Go you, and go me. Yeah, because we're both here. Use some blocks today. Make sure that you are hydrating, have lots of water. Any announcements? If you're new around here, hey, welcome back to the 30-day split challenge where we're doing yoga exercises and stretches and moves with breathing to connect the mind, body, spirit for 30 days while we work on flexibility that we need for our splits. Woo! Yeah. I don't know. I think that's it. I don't have any announcements today. And I kind of want to just get moving. I was running through this flow and I'm excited for you to do it with me. So just meet me at the top of your mat whenever you are ready. I want you to fully arrive here today in this space. I'm going to make sure that we are live on YouTube. Oh my gosh, what did I do? What did I do? All right. So wherever you are, just start beginning to stand up nice and tall. Allow your breathing to slow and steady. Fully deciding to commit to being exactly where you are, here and now, in this space with me. We got about 30-ish minutes. We're going to ground together. The day that you plant the seed is not the day that you eat the fruit. So just remembering that each of these practices over the course of the 30 days, are you watering the seed that we planted on day one? Okay, and so showing up even when you don't see a sprout yet, showing up when there's no fruit to eat and still showing up to water anyways is so valuable. So I just want to say thank you for showing up for yourself. Maybe leaving some space for gratitude for your body, for this practice, for this ability to be here together online. Let's take a nice big inhale through the nose. And sigh that breath out through the mouth. Again, another nice deep inhale through the nose. And a big exhale through the mouth. Let that breath go. Good. On the next inhale, we're going to reach the arms up. Gaze up, and then exhaling, fold at the hips. Inhale, lift up halfway, flat spine. And exhaling, fold. On the next breath in, we're going to reach the arms out and up again. And then exhale, bring your hands to heart center. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhaling, reaching out and up. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips. Inhale, lifting up halfway, flat spine, noticing the direction of my pelvis, right? When we're still doing these poses over the course of the last 30 days, 22 days, we've been focusing on just follow my movement with your own breath while I talk. Fold forward. Focusing on the direction of our pelvis and understanding that that's going to either lengthen or shorten our hamstrings. And hamstrings are really important for working on our splits, right? Okay, next thing we're going to do, this is a little bit different. We haven't done this yet. We're going to move into chair pose, Utkatasana. So I'm going to have you bend your knees. You can keep your hands at heart center or your arms up overhead. You're going to bend your knees as if you're sitting on a chair. And I want you to go ahead and look down at your knees. And if you can't see your toes, send your knees back in space, right? And then sink your hips a little bit lower for 3, 2, 1. Let's shift our weight into our left foot. Lift up the right foot for 3, 2, 1, and step it back. Big inhale, crescent pose. And then on the exhale, we're going to gently tap right knee down to the ground, inhaling back up. I might have to shift my foot back a tiny bit more, sink a little deeper in the hips. Keep this back glute engaged. Big inhale here, and then exhale, dip. We'll do 5 of these. Number 4, 5. Come back up, big inhale. Exhale, send both of the toes out to the left and right, and we're going to sink into the hips for a goddess. Okay, so imagine that you're drawing your knees out to the side. Don't let them sink in, okay? You can keep your hands up here, or you can keep them at heart center. Staying here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to take some dips for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to lift up on one toe or ankle. 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Meet at the back of the mat in a skater pose or Skandasana. Notice how I flex this left leg to be nice and active here. And then we're just going to rock. Walking back and forth, left and right. And if you are not warm based off that sequence, or after we do both sides of the sequence, I promise you do it twice. Pause the video if you want to go super, super deep into your splits today and rewatch that first side, or after we do the second side, pause there, and then go back over both sides. Remember that the warmer that you are, the deeper you can go. We'll take a couple more breaths. If you want to just hang out in one side for like 2 breaths, and then hang out in the other side for 2 breaths, feel free to choose your own adventure. But whenever you're ready, we're going to meet at the front of the mat. Walk your hands over to face the left foot, which should be forward, and allow your hips to sink heavy. Take your gaze up. And we'll go ahead and plant the back knee. Come onto the top of the foot. And then we'll just rock our hips backwards, drawing our left hip back and our right hip forward. We're going to keep the left foot flexed, half monkey. And then we're going to rock forward into that Anjaneyasana variation, and then back. We'll do 3 of these. And after the last one, we're just going to unplug our front foot, bring the knee to the back, and rock your hips side to side. We're going to make some hip circles here, so going one direction, making them really big, really juicy circles. And then we'll just switch directions going the other way. One more round, and then we're going to go ahead and tuck the toes, plant the hands, lift up the hips, meet in a down dog. And we'll stay in this downward facing dog for 5 breaths. So inviting as much movement or stillness in this dog as you want, really feeling that stretch in the back of your hamstrings. So you're like drawing your heels down to the ground. Even if your heels don't touch, even if your knees have to bend, I want you to think about the direction of your pelvis. And notice how if I'm rounding my spine here in this downward dog, that makes my hamstrings shorten. And we want to keep them nice and long. So by actively pressing your tip of your tailbone up to the sky, even if your knees are bent, you're still creating length here in your hamstring. And then from here, actively thinking about pressing your heels into the mat to get an even deeper stretch. Last breath here. And then we're going to walk up to our hands. If you want to make it harder on yourself, try not to bend your knees. On the next breath in, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Let's come all the way up to standing. And bring your hands to heart center. Bring those feet together. We're going to take arms out and up. Big inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhaling, arms out and up. Exhaling, hands to heart center. We're going to do that one more time. Inhaling, arms out and up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhaling, arms out and up. Exhaling, hands to heart center. You can keep your hands at your heart. You can place them up by your ears, wherever you are. We're going to go ahead and bend the knees, meeting in Utkatasana, chair pose. I want you to bend your knees, look down. If you don't see your toes, shift your knees back in space. You see the difference there between here and me shifting my knees all the way back? Every time I shift my knees back, I feel like my hips go higher. So then at that point, go ahead and sink your hips low, 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 low. Keep touching on your toes to make sure that the knees are back. And then we're going to shift our weight into our right foot. Lift up the back knee, the left leg. 3, 2, 1. Shoot it back, crescent. Big inhale. And then on the exhale, we're going to tap left knee to the ground. Inhale, back up. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lift. Keeping that back leg nice and strong. Exhale, tap. We got 2 more. Last one. Good. Now we're going to expand everything over to the left, and we're going to meet in goddess on the other side. I'm just turning around so that I'm facing you. You can keep your hands, elbows bent, drawing your shoulder blades back. I want you to imagine that you're pulling your knees out to the sides, left and right also as well. Remembering that your knees and your toes are facing the same direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Or you can keep your hands at heart center. And we're going to pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let's lift up on both toes for 5. Sink a little lower. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Skandasana back to the mat. And if you want more work, keep your hands at your heart as you move back and forth, making sure to adjust your toes so that they're always facing the same direction as your knee when you move. And wherever you are, maybe just taking a couple moments to really sit and breathe in one side. And then the other. And then we're going to meet at the front of the mat, walking your hands over so that our right foot is facing forward and our left leg is at the back. We're going to dip those hips low, take your gaze up to the sky. And then go ahead and plant back leg, back foot. We're going to draw everything for the face and half monkey. Stay here for a couple breaths. And then coming back forward into this Anjaneyasana variation, and we'll go make some movements front to back for a couple minutes. And the next time that you're forward, go ahead and put the weight in the hands. We're going to bring the right foot back to meet the mat. And we're going to rock our hips side to side. Notice how when I get here, I start adjusting my hands and I start making sure that my knees are kind of placed under my hips. You can try some hip circles here again. Maybe you just do left and right. Maybe you want to do barrel rolls, kind of like a cat and cow mixed with you're rocking your hips side to side. But you've got about 5 to 10 breaths here. You could even just take a child's pose. If you want to take that child's pose, put your toes together, take your knees about mat distance apart, and let everything come down to rest. If you want a little more, go ahead and press into the hands and push your weight back into your heels. And whenever you're ready, coming up gently, we're going to plant the hands, tuck the toes, lift the hips up high, down dog, 5 breaths here. So maybe you want to lift a leg or make some hip circles. Or maybe you just want to wag your little doggy tail left and right. Maybe you just want to pedal your feet. Maybe you want to bend your knees, take them out to the side and kind of get some froggy action. Yogi's choice. Choose your own adventure. Two more breaths. And after those 2 breaths, let's walk our feet up to our hands. Go ahead and unplug the feet. If you want to make it harder on yourself, try not to bend your knees. Next breath in, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhaling, arms out and up. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Good, another one, arms out and up. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Let's bring our feet together. We're going to take a tree. So let's go ahead and ground in our left foot. We're going to take the right foot, and you can place it either on the ankle with the toe on the ground, on the calf, or above the knee on the thigh. Regardless, what I want you to do is, number 1, don't put your foot on your knee. That's bad juju. Don't do that. Maybe you're even here, whatever. What I want you to think about is actively pressing this right leg and knee out to the right. And you've got this nice pressure going between your foot and your thigh, right? So there's like a symbiotic relationship, the force of both pieces of your body pushing into one another as you're drawing this knee out. You can keep your hands on your hips, hands at heart center, or you can even grow tree branches for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and release. Shake out your legs. And we'll do the other side. Stand nice and tall on the right leg. Something that I like to say is I want to imagine that my feet are gripping onto the mat. Like each of my toes are opening nice and wide, and I'm really gripping, and I'm shifting my weight into this right leg. Notice how I can just like lift this leg up because my weight's already over here, right? So I kind of shift my weight over to the right, and then I either stay like this, or up here. Wherever I am, I'm gently pushing the force between my leg and my foot towards one another, and I'm drawing this left knee out to the left. And breathe. Or you can branch out your tree branches. Coming down. Shake it out. Okay. We're going to go ahead and take our arms out and up. Big inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. We're going to step the right foot to the back of the mat. And then we're going to heel toe our left foot over to the left, meeting in this lizard lunge. You can stay here with everything high. You can bring your back leg and foot down to the mat. You can even come down onto your forearms. It's up to you. If that's a lot for you still, maybe you want to put a block underneath your hands and lift your back leg up. But either way, I want you to just stay focused on breathing in whatever shape you make. Once you get into the pose, asking yourself, where can I soften? Taking 3 more deep intentional breaths here. And then on the next breath in, we're going to walk everything over to the right, and we're going to meet in a frog pose. So same as we've been doing, we want to make sure that our feet have a 90-degree angle, and I'm always checking on my feet. Whoa, look at this leg. That's so wrong, right? So I'm always checking on my feet, checking on my ankles, checking on my knees, and I'm asking myself, is this a 90-degree angle between all of these little joints? And whenever you're ready, you can come down into your frog. I'll start a timer for 2 minutes. And if you feel like you need to get more warm, go ahead and just rewind this video and start the front part of it again, because that warm-up should get you really warm. And when you get into the pose, asking yourself, where can I soften? Remember to keep your feet flexed. You got about 30 seconds left. Breathing in through the nose deeply. Out of the nose deeply. And whenever you're ready, slowly coming out. You can take your toes together and gently move your way to come sit on your bottom. You can take the soles of your feet together, knees out wide for a butterfly. And you can flap your butterfly wings if that feels good for you. Next, we're going to take a pancake. So I want you to go ahead and take your legs wide. Come to sit back more. Maybe this is good for you. Maybe you just sit up nice and tall and you feel the breathing and the stretching and just allow your body and your mind and your breath to stay connected. Or maybe if you want more, you can kind of fold forward. Now, when we're doing this pancake, I'm keeping my feet flexed and pointed upwards towards the sky. You know why? Because our knees and our feet are always going to be facing what? The same direction. And my legs are going to stay active. They're going to stay nice and strong here. And then I'm going to try to bring my torso down to the ground. Eventually, after practicing this for a while, you may get your chest on the ground. Okay? It's really important to keep our feet flexed and active and keep our legs nice and strong here. Imagine that you're pressing your entire legs into the ground. And whenever you're ready, come up. Let's take a butterfly again, bringing our feet together. You can flap our butterfly wings. After this, we're going to roll over, drawing our knees both over to the right or left. We're going to meet on all fours. Let's tuck the toes, lift the hips up high, downward facing dog. Big breath in here. We're just going to plant the right foot between the hands, heel toe it over to the right so we can do lizard on the other side. You can drop down onto your back knee. You can stay here or take whatever position you took on the other side. Maybe you came down to your forearms. And whenever you're ready, we're going to come up. And if you want to do a frog again, we're just going to walk our hands over to the left, and you can just meet in your frog pose. If you want to take the full straddle or middle split, we can do that too. And we're going to hold it for 2 minutes. So getting into position, you want to keep your feet what? Flexed, right? And we want to keep our knees and our toes facing the same direction. Sorry, I just got something in my eyeball. All right, there we go. I'm going to bring some blocks over here before I get started, because I know this is always an intense one for me personally. And then we're going to start our 2 minutes. Okay, let's take 3 grounding breaths before we start. I don't think I'm mentally prepared for this. Taking a nice big inhale through the lungs. Exhaling out the mouth. And we'll do 2 more big breaths like that. Make them the biggest breaths of the day. In through the nose. Out the mouth. Last one. And exhaling. Remember, you're strong, you're capable. Let's go. If your breathing becomes stressed, asking yourself, where can I soften? How can I draw my breath to be slower and deeper? Sitting through the discomfort. 10 seconds left. And gently coming out. Slowly. Let's go ahead and gently bring our feet about mat distance apart with your soles of the feet on the mat, knees up to the sky. And take as much time as you need to getting there. Yeah, just take your feet extra wide. You can sit up or you can lay down for this. We're just going to gently, very gently rock the knees side to side. We did it. Just breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And once you feel all the energy and the blood pumping right in your legs again, you can come back up to a comfortable cross-legged seat, bringing your hands to heart center, leaving some space for gratitude here. The light within me sees light within you. Namaste. It's a really good time and opportunity to meditate right after moving. I feel like I can still feel all the energy in the body. And if you want to begin a meditation practice, just go on Insight Timer. It's a free app, or just put a timer on in your phone. And I like Insight Timer because you can put like meditation music, and the bells can be like really gentle. It'll be like ding, and then you meditate for like however long you put. But yeah, doing a meditation like right after you move, like right after the split challenge, right after you go for a run, right when you're after the gym, it really helps to like allow the body to relax. And by using the body to like tire out the mind, almost, it makes it like a quieter meditation. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Make sure that you're journaling if you are having emotions come up for you, because a lot of hip openers will cause emotions and stagnant energy in the hips to become unstuck that's been pooling for a long time. Make sure that you are staying extra freaking hydrated. Okay, hydration is key for flexibility and for safety and for muscle recovery, so please, please, please hydrate. If you want to talk about more water options, higher quality water that doesn't have microplastics or filters that aren't doing anything for you, let me know. And then yeah, I'll see you back for day 23 tomorrow. Let me think if there's any other announcements. Make sure that you're filling out your split streak calendar and tag me. I think that's it. All right, happy day 22. So proud of you for being here, for showing up for yourself. I'll see you tomorrow.